Welkom bij Hardstyle Gekkenhuis, de Nederlandse hardstyle podcast.
In this episode, we'll be looking ahead to Decibel Outdoor 2026 with this year's anthem creators Rebelion, and of course we'll be talking about the anthem and all the fun things to do at this awesome venue.
Hier zijn Thomas en Brandon.
Yes, we're back with a new episode of Hardstyle Gekkenhuis, and what an episode it is.
Yes.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Thomas.
And normally we make a podcast every 2 weeks about the news, about new tracks, but now we're at Decibel Outdoor with this year's anthem makers, Rebellion. Welcome, guys.
I was loving that intro there, boys.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
Well,
a good
thank
intro.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, guys. Really awesome that you have some time this early on the Thursday before Decibel for us.
9 o'clock is a crime, bro. I had to wake up at 7:30 this morning, which is like the earliest I ever wake up during the week, bro.
Oh, really?
So,
I feel really honored.
yeah.
How's the excitement?
Yeah, we're buzzing. Obviously, we're looking at the main stage right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys can't see it, but yeah, it just adds that extra level of excitement. So yeah, we're ready to go, man.
Yeah.
And
First time to see the main stage?
Yeah, this is our first day. Well, I did.
Party up, Bill.
I've seen a little photo online already, but
Got those leaks, boy.
But yeah, I know we need. People would think we need to say this, but the main stage is very impressive. Like, I said that when we arrived. Like, it feels bigger than normal. So, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the last couple of years, you really feel that Decibel's stepping up the production, and it looks crazy.
Yeah, we got to drive around the festival site as well. It looks really amazing.
Yeah.
And for the people at home, the euphoric is in the forest. That's
That's a good thing. Yeah.
That's a good thing
for the vibe.
No, it's a hard shit.
Yeah, when we first came, it was Darkness for Life. I think it was like the industrial stuff.
Oh yeah.
It used to scare me when I walked past.
Guys, I guess a podcast is new to you, right?
No.
This ain't our first rodeo, cowboy.
This is a lot more professional. I'm not going to lie though. You guys have got 3 cameras, no?
You guys have an intro, bro. We just go, "What's up?" We're here.
We even got 4 cameras.
Oh, man.
GoPro up there.
But you have your own podcast. Will there be a new episode? Because I think the last one was from May or something, June?
Yeah.
That's how professional we are. We didn't even release a statement. We just thought, but yeah, we will be bringing it back. But obviously, over the summer, we have our tour schedule. We have other DJs' tour schedules, and trying to mix those two together it's difficult. But yeah, we will be back. We already have our guests lined up, so
Yeah,
we'll be good.
First guest.
You guys.
You guys.
Okay, cool.
Okay. In each episode, we pick a forgotten track, and if we have guests, then you can pick the forgotten tracks. So, Gary, tell us, what track is, in your eyes, a bit forgotten?
Yeah, well, my track's actually inspired by Decibel because I saw it here in 2013, and it was Natural Born Raver by Zatox.
And Tatanka. The
Yeah, like
the
motherfucker. But it was played by Zatox that
It
time.
was played by Zatox, yeah. And for me, that was the first kind of track that I noticed that was based around just like the kick, basically, so that you could carry a full song on a kick that was unbelievable.
At that time, it was
the
the most loud track also,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
These kicks.
The last track, the loudest, the hardest.
Yeah.
It changed.
To the BPM frequency, you recognize fragments in your DNA sequence. XO superior sounds are old flavor. Face it, you are a natural born raver.
Still goes hard, bro.
It's just the crunchiness in the kick is
Even like for saying what that song's probably over 10 years old now.
Yeah, I think.
And the mix and
2013?
the mastering, and it's just
2013.
13
it
years
just
ago.
sounds amazing still.
Yeah.
Still.
You know, I mean, it stood the test of time, but yeah, Zatox was a genius, you know.
Tatanka as well. I think the kick's probably a little bit more even on Tatanka's side because he used a lot of kicks similar to that.
Back in the
Right.
day, Zatox
in,
also had his really
Yes.
Oh, the kick drums, bro.
deep, low kick drums.
I remember when we were
Crazy.
first starting producing, Zatox dropped like a sample pack for kicks.
Oh, yeah.
And we were going through them going like, what the fuck, bro? How are we ever going to make something like this? So, yeah, but it was that was crazy.
Yeah, I think Tatanka at that time also had the song Arabica.
Yes.
It has the same kind of kick. So
There was one that was like it was called Classica as well.
Classica,
it was like,
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking classic.
Yeah. It also had it, yeah.
Yeah, the Italians know how to make fucking hardstyle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and for you, Raymond?
Mine was digital punk and a Darrow every day. And to be honest, it's not really much of a backstory. It's just a fucking tune. It was really good. We spoke about it briefly a minute ago, and just the sound design, and I feel like it doesn't get enough love for how good the song actually is.
For sure.
Insane.
A true raw classic.
And in this track, there's also a melody, so let's skip to that one.
This is the best part. Wait, this is the best part.
Oh, this build-up, this melody.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable, bro. Bro, go and get some beers and we'll just start right now. Fuck the podcast, let's go.
No, we got this whole thing planned out now, so we have to do the podcast.
What a tune. But after we'll get the beers in, right?
The funny thing is about that track is my first Hardstyle festival or party was Wild Styles exclusive in 2012.
Oh.
And D-Block and S-Man played this.
Yeah.
And
Who?
I went, D-Block and Estefan. Yeah, they
Played this track?
They played this,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But when the intro played, like I remember going home and saying to my friend, yeah, the intro's too hard. Really. And then obviously like a few years later, like I felt quite stupid when I thought that was.
But back then, I remember also at that time, I was like, that is fucking raw. That's really hard.
Yeah.
Now it's just like another fucking...
Yeah. The melody is like really happy, but the screech in the mid intro is that's the hardest part back in the day.
Exactly, yeah.
The screech
But
made it
now,
loud.
now it's almost like euphoric classic
Yes,
instead of a raw
exactly.
classic.
Exactly, it's crazy.
Amazing.
How times have changed.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's start talking about the upcoming weekend. First of all, huge congratulations on the anthem. We're big fans of the anthem.
Thank you.
How were you approached, or how did it go? For
Pretty smoothly, actually.
Yeah, we I think we wrote 2 melodies at the to start it off, and obviously we chose with the one with you guys here. But the other one was also pretty sick, but it was taking the anthem in a more different direction. We felt like this one was more suited for Decibel, because with Decibel I still feel there's an element of party vibes rather than big anthem, like, you know, the typical like Defcon way you would do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went with this one, and then everything else kind of just fell into place, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, once you for an anthem, once you get the melody right, or you're happy with the melody, everything else in the track kind of becomes second nature.
Yeah, so you started with the melody?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
well, which gives it a lot of... Yeah, I get the Decibel. I've never been to Decibel before, just so you know.
No way.
It's crazy, and he hasn't either. So this is going to be my
This is your
first time.
Popping your Decibel cherry.
Yes, exactly. And but I know all the anthems, well, not all of them, but it does give me the Decibel feeling.
Yeah.
At least what I think the feeling is, of course.
it's also the vocal, I think.
Yeah.
Decibel.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one is...
Because there was a question I had. When was Micah Martin coming in this process?
Actually quite late on, because we just felt like the song needed a vocal like that. But originally, for a long time, the song never had a singing vocal. And then we were trying different people and things, and then we just said, yeah, we know Micah can do something epic, so let's just get him to do it, because the guy literally always delivers. Like, you don't need to do second takes, you don't need to, you know, if you tell him a concept, an idea, within like 2 hours he sends you the vocal.
Yeah, so Micah wrote the lyrics and sang the lyrics.
All we told him is that it was obviously the Loudest City was the concept, or the what we wanted to talk about, and he wrote the rest. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you're hearing something in the background,
they're still
are
building
up some things. Okay, and when did you get approached by B2S to asked to do the anthem?
Quite a while ago.
Yeah.
I think they normally start putting out the feelers like not long after the previous edition. So yeah, and for us, it was a really big honour, because because we're massive fans of Decibel the festival. So
I think it was both of our first festivals. I think you went the year before me, and then the year after we all went as a big group. So yeah, as my first hardstyle festival experience, it was like a huge honour for us to make the anthem.
And some of my favourite anthems are actually Decibel anthems.
Yeah,
like
which one is your favourite?
Summer in the City, maybe.
Craving for the Beat is
Craving for
also
the Beat.
up.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
I love
Both noise controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's a genius, man.
Also, a very underrated one is the Back Again. by
Psychopunks.
Yeah,
that's
really
14.
good
Yeah.
Really good one. And Randy's one, of course, was sick. But yeah, I don't know, just something about the Decibel anthems I always loved. Like maybe because like what Raymond said, that they're not like classical kind of like super deep musically or something like that. They're really like party. They really make you want to come to a festival and go crazy.
And of course the Decibel. It's
iconic.
Yeah, iconic.
We actually used the original one. I think we even ripped it from noise controllers.
Really?
I think so.
Well, let's give it a listen. Let's see if we can hear it.
I'm sure there's still a part to hit the reverb from his lead. So if you listen to it, you might hear it, but it's in the same key, so it works.
Here we go.
Is it strange to listen to your own tracks when you're not on stage?
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah. Even as he's kicked it back.
Is there for an anthem like a maximum of loud kicks you can put in the anthem? For a festival like Decibel?
No, not necessarily. I mean, the kick and the small drop after this part is pretty hard.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so
Let's go.
this one.
Extreme loud sound.
Yeah, but it fits quite well. It's
not ridiculous or something.
No.
There's still a punch on it. So, but yeah, it's more like a Zag inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can keep talk over the musical part from Micah Martin, of course.
Some nice ambience in the background.
Yeah.
Well, Decibel is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think your only set is on Saturday, right?
Correct, yeah.
How are you preparing for this year's edition?
Yeah, we've been locked in the studio, so we actually had a free weekend last weekend, and we chose to spend it in the studio because we wanted to try and do some edits, and we've got a new track also that we're going to premiere, which is pretty cool. So yeah.
What's the track called?
I don't know if it has an official name yet.
V1, V2.
It has two names. We don't know what it's going to be called yet.
We'll
but
just
it's
call
cool.
it ID right now.
ID, final.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Final mixdown V fucking 69.
also Decibel wanted us to approach it like a live set, so we've really done that. We've thought about like we're not just going to go up there and play whatever track comes on the USB. We've thought about like, okay, we want to play this track, going into this track and this moment. So yeah, it's been really planned out, to be honest.
Yeah. Is it normal for you to like plan your whole set?
No, not really. It's for shows like this where there's an element of like they want a specific thing, but normally no, because some places, the crowd can be a certain way, so you need to really adapt to whatever's happening. But this one was really planned out.
Okay. I think we were going to the drop, I think, though.
Rewind.
We were.
Imagine the anthem show over there. That's a good anthem thing, right?
Yeah.
To that you can scream along the melody.
That's why we chose that melody. The other melody was probably more serious, but it didn't have the what you just done
The
there.
catchiness,
Yeah,
yeah.
it didn't have that.
And people have to be cautious about the cheeky fake drop.
Yes.
yeah.
Wouldn't be Rebellion if we didn't do that. Right?
Hey, this is the first time you see the main stage. Did you already see something of the anthem show?
Actually, no.
No, we've heard it, but we haven't seen it.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
we've heard how it will happen.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen
We
it.
won't see it either because we will be on the
Yeah,
long view.
you will
Yeah.
see the videos afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see the video afterward. Yeah.
Is that like a? I don't know. How do you feel about that? That you cannot see the end show.
For me,
You're living the end show.
Yeah,
of course,
anthem
but
show, eh?
for
the
me
anthem show.
personally,
Sorry, yeah.
Playing the anthem is more important. So like, I want to see what's going on in front of me. You know what I
Okay,
mean? And
yeah.
like what Gary said, there's probably about 40 cameras going to be filming all different
Of course,
angles.
yeah.
So if I want to watch it on the left side or the right side, I can go back and do that. But being able to play it is the most important thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's really epic.
Yeah. Are you still nervous for bookings like these?
Not really. I mean, sometimes. I mean, it's more like the beforehand. Like you put a lot of work into it, so
You're prepared.
Yeah, you're prepared.
And if you feel like you're really prepared, then everything will be okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
When was the last time you were nervous?
Long time ago. I honestly I think hard bass was the last time I.
Oh yeah.
There's been a couple of times, but it's more like I think Spotlight, DEFCON. I was a bit nervous,
Yeah.
but not. I was more like I just want this to be.
That was also the first spotlight, right?
No, it was I think even the third.
The third.
Yeah, we done it the year
Sub-Zero
after
project did the
Sub-Zero.
first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the second one then. Okay.
Yeah, because I think they were actually originally doing it in the blue. I think Future Noise had one, and it was in the blue.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
And
right.
then,
Then it was on
and
Thursday.
then, yeah, and then it was Sub-Zero, and then we done the one after. So yeah, obviously we watched Sub-Zeros the year before, and I was like, "Wow, that's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
really good.
The nervous part's more the
You want-
reaction
Yeah.
to the set, but
Yeah.
actually like going up there and DJing, it's
Yeah,
it's
no,
actually
it's
very
not-
easy to DJ.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
Gary
not.
said. It's not about the DJing. It's about you want everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like because. Like what we say, you plan everything and you talk about it, and this is how we want this to look, and this is how we want this to go,
Yeah.
and you want it to just be perfect.
To be that way. Yeah.
The only reason I was nervous at hard bass was because I kept on having this thought in my head of like, can you imagine queuing a track in the Gilrodome? Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine like
The music stop.
Queuing for the listeners is like
Setting up
pausing,
the track.
pausing
Yeah,
the track.
And it's
Basically, you
unrecoverable because it's
you
not like
restart the
pause
track.
because this
Yeah.
track
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
back to the very beginning. So you sometimes if you hear a DJ and then the music cuts and then you hear it's because he's cued it and he needs to bring it back.
So it's a button where you go to the beginning of the track.
Yes. Actually, you know, Angerfist done it, and he's definitely
Yes, with his elbow, right?
But his recovery was insane.
Yeah,
like,
it was
sick.
I've got to give him big respect because I don't know if in that because we've had it at small bookings, and when it happens, your brain stops working. Right, you're just like,
What happened? Yeah.
it takes like 10 seconds for you to realize, oh wait, that's what's happening. And I just kept on having this thing before hard bass, the first one, where I was like, we're the new guys, we have to play back to back with the big guys. Imagine we done that to their
especially
track.
because you're
Oh.
playing in a team as well because there's two other artists and
And basically you're also switching decks.
Yes.
Then of course.
It was pretty actually it happened on the main stage of Intense because we were playing back to back with Requiem and someone else, and that's what happened. Everyone's USB was on different decks.
Yeah.
I just pressed the wrong button and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, DJ's live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you've been officially on the Decibel lineup since 2016. Back then on the Extreme Loudness stage. That means you've been playing at Decibel for 10 years. Congratulations.
Oh, I never knew that.
And a little anniversary.
We're old as fuck.
You've also played on quite a few stages over the years with the Extreme Loudness stage, the Loudness stage, main stage. Is there a specific Decibel performance or memory you'll never forget?
Yeah, I think like what you just mentioned, the one in 2016 will always live in my head rent free, to be honest, because that's back when everything was new for us. We actually still camped that year, so we were on the campsite playing and had to play on the Saturday, I think it was, which is crazy to think about now, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's just because it was like our first experience. It was just really exciting for us, and I'll always remember how fucking buzzing we were and excited and how sick it was. Like, because it was the stage, it was in the water, it was floating, it was the extreme loudness, I think. And just all the hands, and they had to close the stage because there was too many people. And,
wow.
Yeah, it was really sick.
In preparation, we saw the movies on the videos on YouTube, and I thought, whoa, we're not like dancing and partying like this anymore right now.
No. That was crazy.
That was really crazy.
Yeah, that was the Gearbox era.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Is it the same for you?
No, actually, that one's iconic, but my favourite one was the one we done Overdose and Loudness. I think that was the first time we done Overdose here. And that was the birth of the Zag kick, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was we premiered DLM, and I think I've spoke about it a few times, but I just knew in that moment that things were going to change.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be for the better or not, but I knew when we dropped that kick and I saw the reaction, I was like, okay, this is going to be a turning point for that style of music.
But is it for the better that it happened?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Listen, you know this because we've spoken about it already. We started off as like euphoric guys, like noise controllers, headhunters and stuff, but I genuinely do love Zag kicks, yeah. I think there's a time and a place, and I think there's a style of them that is maybe a bit too far, but yeah, the problem's never the kick. The problem's that when everybody does it, then it becomes a bit lame again. But yeah, no, I love it.
Or like zaagkick on zaagkick on zaagkick.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing because like I love.
That's one there.
Yeah, it was a pretty
good timing. He's a paid actor, that guy. We paid him to do that.
It's my favourite one.
No, but like what we were saying. What were we saying? I fucking forgot. Yeah, but the Zag kicks is a good thing because, like, I'm a big fan of creativity and new things excite me. So when we done that, and obviously we see other people doing their versions and all that kind of stuff, it's exciting. But like, when people start using that trick just to get the cheap frills, you know, then it's like, bro, you would never do that. So why are you doing it now just to get a little bit of like hype or whatever? That's annoying, of course. Yeah. And there's a, like Gary said, there's a time and a place for it. So.
And what's the new thing? What's the new kick?
The next new thing, The rattle kick that you just heard.
Bring back the fucking classic 909 crunchy kick. I think there's a way you could do it.
I like a little bit of crunch, more crunch.
Like the classic hardstyle kick just coming in, like
just like the Natural Born Raver we just heard.
The fat, loud.
Yes, crunchy.
Exactly. Like something like that could be cool, I think. If you do it in the right context with the kind of gimmicks that we do nowadays, like with fake drops, and you think it's going to be this.
There's the Berlin from Isaac and D-Block Estefan. They have this one part that it goes back to that crunchy kick again. And so you switch up with the kicks, but then the crunchy kick comes back.
Exactly,
which still works.
Yeah.
Decibel is the best place to showcase new tracks or edits. So we heard one new track is made last week. Is there more like new music coming or edits or?
Yeah, we actually have a couple of edits and a new track, and then there's also a few tracks that we've played maybe once. I think that we made in the last month. So we made a remix for Darren Styles, "Save Me." Which is really a massive track.
Oh, cool.
Going back to the roots, it's like
but
melodic.
That one is like really euphoric.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is
it's
this
like
one
typical.
from you also?
Yes.
Kind of.
Possibly even more euphoric.
Okay. Interesting.
Were you talking about the new one?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the new song. No.
Oh no.
Really?
Well, no. He's talking about "Save Me."
Yeah, but then he said, "But is the new one
euphoric?"
Yeah.
Oh, the new
like
track.
your remix.
No, the remix. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. The remix. Yeah, the remix is euphoric, but the new one is.
The new one is kind of.
It's on the edge. Yeah, the vibes are euphoric, but the drops are not.
Okay.
They're still talking about two different things, but it's okay.
Bro, it's too early, bro. It's too early for me.
So "Save Me" is euphoric. The remix.
Save Me remix is euphoric.
Remix is
the
euphoric.
new Rebellion track is really loud, hard.
I would say you could still class it as euphoric.
Yeah,
Really?
the vibes are, but it depends. It's euphoric and a different.
You have to experience yourself this Saturday at the main stage.
Make sure you're there.
We wanted to see if we could blend two things that normally shouldn't get blended.
It's like oil and water, bro.
Let's see.
I like that. I like when artists, like a euphoric artist, works together with a louder artist, like Adrenalize and Aversion, for example.
Yeah.
That's a cool
They
song.
really blend their sounds together, and it fits. So I like that.
Yeah.
Like loud, euphoric kind of stuff.
Raw euphoric.
Yeah,
Raw euphoric.
Yeah,
Let's bring back raw euphoric.
Raw euphoric, yeah.
Hey guys, you'll be performing at Supremacy Classics again. I think next year or this year it is.
Next January. So kicking off the year in a good way.
Yeah, and heard a lot of good feedback about your set last year. Does this make you want to do more like these kind of performances, or is it
no, I really
special?
Yeah, we were actually we can't say why we were laughing. We were laughing about this the other day, but yeah, it's something that we're still progressing in our current career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't want to be doing too much classic sets. You know, obviously for us, Supremacy is like one of our we owe a lot of our success to those performances that we've done at Supremacy, so we thought it was obvious that we done that one as a classic.
That's probably the main reason why we do it, because we obviously before Supremacy Classics we had loads of offers, but we just didn't want to do it for the fact we didn't want to represent that like that. But for Supremacy it's more like the memories of Supremacy that we still want to do. So I don't expect to see a lot of that in the future, unfortunately, for people that want to see it. So you need to go to Supremacy, basically.
Then from the old to the new, because we saw last month the announcement of a new live act, MWI.
Yeah.
Madwit.
What does it mean?
It means to get mad with it, bro.
To go crazy.
What's
Just go crazy.
Gekkenhuis.
What's the one in the
Helemaal van de kaart.
What's the one they say helemaal gek?
Helemaal gek.
Helemaal gek, yeah.
Like it's a bit like that.
So it's like Hardstyle Gekkenhuis.
Yes.
Yeah.
We stole it from you.
But what is it about? Because those teams were like more druggy kind of
overdose.
So basically, the thinking behind it is that we still, as Rebellion, love to do like fun music or maybe music that's not too deep. And we were like, obviously we'd done Overdose, but the thing about Overdose that became difficult is it was quite dark, and we were like not really feeling the darkness anymore. So I would say Madway, if I had to simplify it, is like the funness of Overdose on steroids, basically. But yeah, we just want to go do something that's maybe a bit different from our normal Rebellion sets, and really Scottish vibes, so that you think of like the UK kind of style and music and vocals, and just fun basically.
You say helemaal van de kaart. Is it then has to something to do with alcohols, like alcohol tracks or whiskey tracks, or
no? Probably not as like
Buckfast.
Buckfast makes you fuck fast. No, but have you tried Buckfast before? No.
What's that?
No, but next time we'll bring you some. It's a drink in Scotland. It's like a wine, but it's like you drink it when you're like a kid, underage drinking.
There's still people at 40 that drink it.
It's good. I like it, to be fair, but
But it's with alcohol.
Caffeine.
Okay.
And a lot of caffeine. I think there's something
it's a tonic wine. I see.
Tonic wine.
Okay.
It sends you crazy.
But in Scotland, if you say you're mad with it, it means you're fucked up.
Okay.
But you can say it in like other stuff. Like I'm
sense,
just getting mad with it today. You know?
Going crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy. Decibel, I'm getting mad with it, bro.
Well, I think a nice team. I'm really curious what you're going to do.
The ideas that we have are really solid, I think. So.
And the visually, it's like based off, remember, like internet culture and maybe like 2006 till 2010. You know, like MSN.
I saw the teaser with MSN and with the pop-ups and
So
crazy.
That's going to be like the feeling of the
it's going to be fun. It's
a little nostalgic.
Yes,
exactly. With a little twist.
Let's see. And why the first time is in Australia at Epic? Why there?
We wanted to do something different, to be honest. We were trying to think, and for us, the Australian crowd is one of the best. They're really also quite open-minded, and we were like, maybe it could be cool. And the timing just worked out perfectly as well, because we had a time frame of when we wanted to work on it and stuff, and we were like, so we pitched it to Pete from HSU, and he loved the idea. So we said, yeah, let's do it as the premiere there.
Really cool.
Do something different.
Yeah, we have great memories with the Epic Party. We've obviously done Overdose there a couple of times, and it's fucking...
the production's
insane, and just the reaction you're getting from the crowd is nuts, man.
Yeah,
Australia's a really huge fan base of us, so...
Yeah, I think because in Europe actually we're spoiled.
Yeah.
Whereas in
there's too many parties here.
Everything's special for them because they don't get as much. So when you play, you can really feel that. Like they probably see you once a year.
Yeah.
Whereas there's some people maybe coming to Decibel that have already seen us like 5 times this year. So it's just a different kind of feeling.
Different.
You know?
It's a little dream for us to go to Australia to enjoy the.
Bro, I think that's my retirement plan is Australia, bro.
Yeah?
It's unbelievable. When you go there, it's the only country that when I'm leaving it on the plane home, I'm like, fuck, man. I really wish I wasn't getting on the plane now.
And you wouldn't do 24 hours flying if it was not great.
Exactly. The flying is a killer, but yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, let's talk a little more about Decibel because it's once again here at the Beekse Bergen. Have you been here without the festival?
A few times,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never been without the festival.
So
but the one thing I always find crazy is that when we were in our tents, obviously you've been partying all day, you're a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then you hear fucking elephants and giraffes, and you're like, bro, is this real or is this just...
I'm pretty sure you can rent a cabin, right?
Yeah.
And the cabin, the giraffes and stuff walk
it's
up
on
to
the safari.
That's
Safari place. Yeah.
That's a bit wild.
What do you think of the location, Thomas? Because, we've never been here.
This is literally your first ever time.
Yeah, it's my first time here,
Wow.
That's crazy.
He's gonna go on vacation tomorrow on holiday, so he's not even gonna come to Decibel, so it's gonna be my first time. And also for the people listening, I'm gonna make a bonus episode, so I'm gonna try and make a podcast
like
on
a little
the side,
report,
a little report on how this festival is. But I'm gonna do that alone. So
just vlog, bro. Just vlog.
Something like that.
Something like that, but it has to be like a podcast form, not of course.
Okay.
So I have to, not have screaming people in.
Homo.
Exactly. So
But what do you think of the location?
I'm sorry. It was really long. We
That's
didn't
what she
walk.
said.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
No, but we drove through the whole festival terrain, and it looks nice. It's like in a forest next to water.
Yeah, I really like the nature part of this festival.
Nature's rhythm, boy.
Nature's rhythm.
Yeah.
That's the theme of this year, of course.
Yeah, and I heard about what was it called? The sort of greenhouse. No, that's a sonic greenhouse. That's the theme of the main stage.
Oh, is it?
Sonic greenhouse.
Is it? So if you look at the main stage, you can see that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And another.
I shouldn't have.
There's some green in
The
it as
anthem
well.
maker should know the name of the stage, bro. Come on.
Another important thing for your Decibel weekend is the app. It has the timetable and the map, of course. So be sure to download this app. And remember, good preparation is
get your
half work.
Get
we
your
say
Excel,
in the Netherlands.
Yes. Get your Excel sheet ready.
The timetable. Because Raymond and Gary, do you have colleagues that you really want to see this weekend?
Noise Controllers is actually 2 sets before us, I think.
Yeah.
The 20 years.
On the main stage also, 20 years Noise Controllers.
I think he's my favourite hardstyle artist of all time, so
we've got the Melody Man as well.
Yeah.
Frontliner.
Yeah.
That's a good set, bro.
A fun thing that you are going to check out, like the euphoric stuff.
Bro, people think that they're so surprised, but for me personally, I was more of a euphoric hardstyle fan. I probably still am. You know, I tend to check out those sets more.
Yeah, if we go to the classic stage at a festival, also less people bother us, so it's actually quite nice. I think people actually hate us there. You know, they're like,
"You ruined this for us. You ruined
with
it.
your sock."
we were actually at the Project 1 party in the Brabanthallen, and then the guy came up to us and he's like, are you the special guests? We were like, bro, we wouldn't make it out here alive if we were those guys.
They're like, we have a special guest. Hey, it's Rebelion. Oh.
So Noise Controllers, Frontliner. Are there more colleagues you want to check out, or?
To be honest, I haven't actually had a look. At the time you had a look the other day, but for me, if I see those two, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
We can talk you through right now.
Go for it.
Because
Give me
Thomas,
some highlights.
Thomas,
brother.
what are you looking forward to?
Friday.
On Friday.
Ecstatic.
good
The
one.
Essence,
he's,
which is
he's so good.
Yeah,
Unbelievable producer, man.
Yeah.
I also hear like the same sound design in your music and his music, like the same vibe and the same feeling it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always been like massive fans of his and his melodies and stuff. That's why we done the track together, because I did say to Raymond, like our styles probably blend well.
Yeah. Which is also, Ecstatic has this really great thing about like hard kicks and hard sound, but also euphoric and very orchestrated music and good vibes in it, and so that's why I.
As a new track is going to premiere over here. Really loud kicks also.
Really?
Yeah. He did a little post on Instagram. 7 new tracks.
So check that out.
There's Soul Train.
Soul Train remix.
Oh yeah, that is a banger.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
Also on the main stage, which is Ecstatic, is on the main stage at 5 o'clock, I think. Adaro is going to be there.
Yeah.
Future Noise.
Future Noise live,
and he's gonna do a special Decibel OST.
Oh, nice.
Decibel Friday OST. He just announced it, I think yesterday.
Yesterday evening, I saw the post.
And he's going
better late than never.
Yeah. And he's going to premiere it also, but it has a lot of energy and a lot of
also
good festival
really
vibes.
the Decibel vibes. I got from it.
I think you really should check out Basement Ladies and Demi Cannon at the Sound of Decibel stage, because I think that stage is more like a journey stage, so journey sets on the Sound of Decibel stage.
But this is also going to be the first problem we have on the timetable, because it's going to be exactly at the same time as Ecstatic. So I'm already clashing.
I think Basement Ladies and Demi Cannon are playing 1.5 hours. I think Ecstatic is playing 1 hour. So
a little bit.
Maybe
you can combine them. And on the same stage at Sound of Decibel, Disturb, Unresolved. Yeah, these journey sets are really.
That's a back-to-back.
No. Apart.
I was going to say that would be crazy.
But like both journey sets are really crazy.
Yeah.
And you have Radical Redemption at the City Hall after party, only for the camping guests. So that's also really
sick.
Yeah.
We seen the first year I went to Decibel, Radical was doing the after party.
Yeah.
And it was at the time where all those Minus Militia records were just like brand new, and I was fuck, bro.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was so good.
Let's go to Saturday, because that's the day you'll also be here. Of course, the Anthem show with Rebellion, you have to check that out. But also, in my opinion, Guns for Hire 15 years on the main. Will be sick.
Kind of a sneak peek to their Guns for Hire 15 years at the event. At the event, of course.
Yeah. Well, you said it, Metal Demand Frontliner, but also Galactics, and they're going to do for the first time the disco record remix together on the stage. So over here, will be really great. And something you can't miss is the Pussy Lounge Parade and the Live Loud Parade. So it's like a parade through the festival grounds.
Yep.
With a big truck or something, and on the Pussy Lounge Parade you have the Dark Raver and Zani, and on the Live Loud Parade you have Randy like playing on the truck, and you can follow it. And
all the horny guys are going to be there. I won't spoil why, but you'll be there if you're horny.
Are you going the whole weekend?
I'm going to hold the.
I have a challenge for you.
Oh, already.
You need to spend a full hour at the Uptempo stage.
Full hour at the Uptempo.
Full hour.
People know.
Every artist you've been saying, I'm so excited to see this, like proper hardstyle. So my challenge for you is to go spend an hour at the Uptempo.
I want to see it in the bonus episode.
Yeah, there needs to be video evidence.
Yes.
A whole hour set. People in the podcast know what I think about Uptempo. I kind of like it.
Okay.
But not a whole hour.
But not longer than 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, you better start getting ready, boy.
and then a specific set. Like, can you help me go to?
Can I have a look?
Yeah, of course. I think it's in the app. On the timetable.
And I think the Uptempo stage switches a little bit, right? Yeah, I got one here.
Do you have it? Maybe I can also tell a lot more. You have to check out on Saturday.
This is live, guys.
This is live. Forsaken 2, Regain and Nightcraft, live at the Raw stage.
Do you know how I said Noise Controllers was one of my favourite hardstyle acts? Regain and Noise Controllers are my top 3.
I can imagine.
I'll make it easier for you.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that there's a live set, so it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You go and see Kelly.
Oh, Killy.
Killy. Okay. Presents Locked and Loaded.
Locked and Loaded. You better get locked and loaded, boy.
Just a half an hour.
Half an hour. I'll be kind to you, bro.
Okay, let's see in the bonus episode if you succeed.
I will take that with me in the bonus episode. Yeah. Okay.
Thomas, are you looking forward to someone or something at the Saturday?
Everything.
You're a big fan of Wasted Penguins?
Yes, Wasted Penguins, of course. I have to open my...
just the guys that are on the
Rebellion, of
podcast.
course. Yeah.
Wasted Penguins on the classic stage?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good one. That album, was it Raindrops?
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it called Raindrops?
No,
or was that on
Raindrops was
on the album? But
Yeah, on
what
the
was
album.
the name of the album? It was like the multicolored kind of...
Wish? Something with Wish?
Wishes? Yeah,
No?
Wishfulness, volgens mij.
Yeah, Wistfulness.
Wistfulness, yeah.
I think that was that one, yeah.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah. So, well, Wasted Penguins classics. A Koen on the Pussy Lounge stage.
Yeah.
Will be fun, I think.
We're probably going to go to that one because that
Jump
one
is
really,
back, bro. Jump is back.
But that one really interests me because Koen is on the Pussy Lounge.
Yeah.
Which
So what's
is-
he going to play?
What is he going to play?
Yeah.
And also on the Pussy Lounge, I think, right? Bass Chasers, 15 years?
Yeah, that was on the classic stage.
on the
also.
classic stage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. And don't miss, if you're going to the after party, Thomas, Ecstatic versus Galactics
Hey.
at the after party. So
if I can, because it's from 1 to 1, right? If I'm correct. From 1 o'clock, so 1 o'clock to 1 o'clock
I think so, yeah.
in the night.
And
So
after
this-
that, there's the after party at the city.
Yes,
hall. So-
exactly.
It's gonna be a big day
And
for
then
you,
the next
boy.
day,
It's a long one.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, also, of course, the endshow.
Yeah.
Will you be in the endshow with the anthem?
Anton?
Probably.
I think I would assume so somewhere, I guess. But
Okay.
yeah.
You get
Okay.
the anthem show already.
Yeah.
Which is
maybe
a day,
Also
but-
with the fireworks and the stuff.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't actually know if that's...
I'm not sure. Maybe on Sunday or something. I don't know. But I would. We already play pretty late on the Saturday, so I think it would be strange
Yeah. Maybe
for them to play
only
like an
Sunday.
hour later again the anthem with more fireworks. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We'll see.
And also talking at the start of the episode, we talked about the euphoric stage being in the forest. So I want to really feel that vibe over there, and I think
Yeah.
Solstice is going to be one of the
Bro,
guys that I want.
Unbelievable producer.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm a real
Yeah.
big fan,
Cool. That's so funny to hear. Of
Yeah.
course, always. a lot of harder, the harder style guys, the raw guys, are really saying a lot about euphoric. It's like
Yeah.
that's what they listen to if they usually go
Yeah,
to
that's
a
fun,
festival.
right?
Yeah, that's
Or get inspired
But
by.
it's,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's also the origin. Like, people need to also remember that. Like, like Raw, when Raw came out, it was just a small thing, and then it became bigger.
Yeah.
And like even
Yeah.
Up Tempo was a small thing that became bigger. So
Yeah.
yeah, respect your roots, man.
That's right. Let's talk about Savage Sunday, because that's the Sunday at Decibel. And you have on the main stage the Sunday Marathon. And I really like this concept where like one DJ is starting, then one DJ joins, then the
Yeah.
first
it's
goes off
continuous.
stage. Yes, yeah. So it's Atmospheres, Devin Wild, The Purge, The Saints. So I really like this.
Yeah, it's a good flow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there something you were looking forward to, Thomas, on Sunday?
Rejecta, Best of Live.
Best of Live, yeah.
So his live sets, Reject Authority.
like all the things he's
the
done
things-
in
and he-
one live set.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
And that's closing the Sunday.
That's
right?
closing the Sunday.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Um,
And you have to check out Digital Punk and Level 1, because Level 1 made a track with Tatanka,
yeah.
Oh.
and he's going to play it over there.
Yes.
So check that out.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Really. In the podcast, we have Tatanka made a new track. Have you heard that one before? Beyond Time.
Yeah.
So
that's the
Tatanka
Loudest City,
made a track again since
Yeah.
years, and now he made a second track with Level
Together
1.
with Level
so
1.
Yeah.
what?
Really want to hear that one.
Back.
Send me a video, please, because
Yeah.
I want to hear that one. Okay, guys, how are you with the weather? How are you preparing
I don't even
for this
really.
weekend?
I don't really think about the weather until the day of it, because it changes so quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But as long as it's dry, to be honest, I'm not like a guy who's like,
Yeah.
oh, it needs to be sunny for it to be cool. Like,
Yeah.
as long as it's dry, I'm
Dry
happy.
is
That's
the
the
most
most important.
important.
Yeah.
For sure.
If it's cold, it's going to be okay. You can always put on a jacket.
Exactly.
As soon
or
as you
stand
start
in
dancing or
Yes,
go on a
exactly.
tent, it's warm
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah,
Get a
and go
coffee.
mad with it.
get
Get
mad
mad
with it,
with
bro. Once you're mad with it, temperature doesn't matter, bro. How many times have you been wasted and thought I'm cold?
Yeah.
Never, bro.
never.
So-
Never. Guys, if we have guests over here, then we really like to go back in time.
Back in time.
And then we thought, we are here with Rebellion at the Decibel venue. Why don't we go back to your first Decibel in 2016? We talked about it a bit previous. Thomas, Randy was the anthem maker in 2016.
Yeah.
And I think we have the track
It's a banger.
right here.
United, wasn't it? It was phenomenal.
Sorry.
Randy featuring
LXAPR. Yeah.
Yeah, Luxaper.
Lex Cooper.
Lex Cooper.
Yeah, that's actually how you say it.
Okay.
We only know that because we worked on Bring It On.
Bring It On.
With him as well.
Ah.
So.
United Decibel 2016 anthem. When Randy still produced at 150 BPM, I think.
Destination of dreams, it's the summer's theme that we know so well. United under one spell, this is Decibel.
Unbelievable.
It's been 10 years.
I've got a hot take about this. But,
Okay.
that's better than No Guts, No Glory, the melody. Hot take.
Ooh.
I said that at the time, and everyone was like, how dare you do that? Because they were like a year apart.
I think, yeah, it was a year apart, but that is a hot take.
Do you agree, Thomas? No Guts, No Glory.
By the way, No Guts, No Glory is unbelievable, but I
Like the
remember at
melody?
time thinking that.
Like this melody is better than No Guts, No Glory? The Defcon 2015 anthem?
Like I said, I haven't been to Decibel before, and I've been to that DEFCON before, so...
Yeah, you have the memories attached.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
listen,
exactly.
I'm not going to pretend that No Guts, No Glory was not a bigger song and probably overall was a better song, but I remember at the time saying to you, like, that melody for me is like
It's
top tier.
both are obviously unbelievable, but I think No Guts, No Glory is one of the best hardstyle anthems of all time.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was a hot day.
Yeah. It's a hot take.
I can't agree because Defcon 2015 was my first.
Yeah.
So always will be special. But let's talk about Decibel 2016. You guys played on the Extreme Loudness stage. You just said it was on the water?
Mm-hmm. You could feel it bouncing. It was
Yeah?
I don't know if it was safe or not.
Oh, so there was a whole like a platoon platform on the water,
Yeah,
and people...
they shut it off because we were watching it and you could see the stage doing this. We were like, is it built to do that? They were like, yes.
And do you guys remember any tracks you played in that set?
For a bunch, we had Repra Decibel, mind that? We had an edit of our older song, and the file name was always called Repra Decibel because it was represent. But we had that at the time. That was.
Do you know what song I remember? Macarena by Illuminate.
Yeah,
we played that
Macarena Deathmatch, I think.
Yeah.
We also made a new one with Malice for that set that we played like once or twice, and then we just never finished it. What was it? Can't Stop Us Now.
Can't Stop Us Now. Yeah.
Crazy that you can still remember that.
Yeah.
Bro, I can remember the weirdest shit, but just normal stuff. From 10 years ago, he says to me, I'm like, bro, I don't remember that.
I just want to say he doesn't remember what he ate yesterday.
Yeah. Who are you again?
Decibel was at that time also a 3-day event, but the Friday and Sunday were reserved for camping only.
Yeah.
I really like that concept. Also at Defcon, the whole feeling
for the Thursday,
starting and closing the weekend with only the weekend guests.
Yeah.
But
Sunday,
I can imagine
Sunday is not closing with just the weekend guests.
Right now it's not, but back then, you could buy a weekend ticket or a Saturday ticket. So, and on Friday you had All Stars, which was the live act by Atmospheres and Audio Tricks.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do actually remember that. Yeah.
On Saturday you had on the main stage Brandon Hart and Wild Styles, Radical Redemption. You had Techno Boy in the Pussy Lounge stage.
Crazy.
And 3 The Hard Way on the Loudness stage. So great
They closed
live act.
that year, I remember that.
Yeah. And, whoa.
Some more Zag.
Little Zag kick.
It's a preview of our new song.
You had a Saturday after party with Detox, Delete, Jason Payne, Prefix, and Density.
I remember
and
that.
Terra.
We were there.
In one set.
Yeah, we were there on that one. That was fucking
our bodies
sick.
were there.
We were there in principle.
Yes.
How was that set? Because it was like a back to back to back to back to back.
Crazy,
I remember that was the first time they played Chaos Rain.
Yes.
Oh, bro, what a song.
I'm sure that year as well, Frequencers brought out
Warface. Yeah, that was.
no, that was the year before.
Was
The
it?
year before, yeah, because we were there.
Oh yeah, we were visitors. That
also,
year.
was that, or was the year before when the Subsonic songs came out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the year before as well, because we went to Supremacy that year. When they,
Jeez.
oh man, those kicks still to this day are phenomenal.
And on Sunday that time you had Mean Machine Live. That was Sani and the Beholder. Requiem together with The Pitcher. That's a really strange combo in my opinion.
Yeah.
And B-Frax. And I think this Decibel was extra special because of this track. Thomas is going to play right now.
Blast from the past.
Detox and Delete, Do or Die, the Rebellion remix. Why was this
Good times,
Why
man.
was this track special that year?
Why was it special?
Yeah.
Is there an answer to that? I don't even know.
I don't know, yeah.
It wasn't the endshow
Was it?
of Decibel.
I didn't even know that.
Really? That's the first anyone's ever told us that. Because I would remember that, and I don't think
I can't
anyone.
remember that either,
They forgot
so-
to mention to us. They probably just were like, fuck it, we just put it in.
So 10 years later, you find out.
I've
your
never
track
knew
was
that.
in
in
the
the
end.
end show already.
And I've never seen any videos of it either, so that's a new one. I'm going to go and look.
We'll show you the video after the
Oh,
podcast.
see.
Please do.
Yeah. Could it be the first time a song of yours was in a big end show?
Yeah.
Probably, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Unless they were wanting, we want
I
Diane
think
and
maybe I
then
do remember it now, actually.
Actually,
But
I
do you
really
know,
can't.
Do you know at that time there was so much stuff happening? Like we went from like nobody knew who we were till everyone wanted a piece of like so many collabs, so many moments that we were like, is this really happening to us? So that was probably just in amongst.
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
of that,
you need to remember, we were, and still are to some degree, like hardstyle fanboys, bro.
Yeah.
We fucking were obsessed with hardstyle. So that like switch, like Gary said, from being a fan to like suddenly like people are asking for pictures and like DJs that we've listened to for years are asking for collabs. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on here,
And
bro?
I always remember we'd done Do or Die and Diana played it at Climax.
Diana,
And
Detox?
Detox,
Yeah.
yeah. And we were like, okay, this is probably, we've peaked, if you know what I mean. Like, we're not going to
This-
beat something.
this is it.
And then we done Within Me, like, straight after it. And Within Me
Hard bass.
became bigger than Do or Die. And we were like,
Crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
fuck.
Crazy.
If you look at the 2016 old videos from your set on the Platoon, you can really hear the same kicks kind of, and then with the screechy stuff,
Yeah.
which is that screechy stuff like the track we just played is not there anymore.
No.
Not necessarily, no.
unresolved.
Yeah, it's back, right?
The less
With-
is
with
more screechy
bit,
stuff.
yeah.
Regain still.
Regain,
does it.
Yes, of course.
Universal,
Yeah,
Nightcraft.
yeah.
Those guys are doing it well, but yeah, for us, actually, like, we were more attracted to like the screechiness from like your War Faces and your Radicals and
Delete.
Minus Militias and
Yeah,
Delete. And the dark really like
That's more the
in your
dark.
face stuff like Unresolved and Regain, even though Regain's one of my favourite artists, we were never in the studio really trying to do that.
Yeah, we're trying to make, like, if you, especially when you go a little step further and start listening to like Empire era Rebellion, the screeches and sound design is like so unique at that point, in my
It was
opinion.
more like we were more actually inspired by like jump style riffs and like weird
we went
stuff.
to see, we went to Reverse as visitors, and the flashback sets, you know them?
Yeah.
And that was like one of the first times I experienced that live, and it opened up a new world to me. All the screech riffs and the sounds, I was like, this is Rebellion, this is what we're going to do with Rebellion.
If you go back and listen to even like our Be the Baddest remix from Luminite, you can already hear that we were trying to do something that wasn't like raw. It was more like hard, but in a different way, and funky, and like, to be honest, although Overdose was really dark, we've never really been like dark producers, you know, like
No.
like
There
we're,
were
like,
always melodies and fun stuff.
we're always trying to do something that has a bit of like lightness
even
to
like
it.
the dark stuff with Overdose, it was like a gimmick way. It was almost like a joke, like
But a
Yeah.
very popular joke.
We're actually not that great at the dark stuff, to be honest. Like when you hear like E-Force doing it and like Radical and Unresolved and Regan, they're way better in my
With the
opinion.
more horror
yeah.
voices and
I think we've only made like a couple of those style tracks, and I don't think we really executed them that well, because we're not dark people. Like we're everything's a big joke to us, and we're always looking for good vibes.
Yeah.
So
I want to talk about one more track from you guys, because that one just exploded. Can you guess which one it is?
Satellites?
No,
before
Baseline Junkie.
Baseline Junkie.
Yeah.
that one was sick, man. Like for us, like that was also pretty fresh for back then. It had like the UK like bassline sounds and stuff, and we were obviously big fans of Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
But the Dutch didn't know Dizzy Rascal at that point, so they thought this was this like unique song, but we just sampled like Dizzy Rascal. But yeah, that one slapped, and we didn't like it to be honest.
Really?
We weren't even going to play it at that first Overdose. We were like, well, we were obviously going to play it, but we were like, fuck.
Well,
man, like,
it's an example of what we were just talking about. Like Overdose, the concept was like the intro's like horror, like, and then we made Bassline Junkie, and we were like, is this like maybe too fun? You know, like, is this?
it's quite cheesy in a way.
It's about fun. It's about the kicks. It's about. I can remember we were going to a Disturb solo party at 013 Tilburg during Corona, so it was like for I think 60 or 80 people,
maybe sitting down.
Yeah.
And when he played Bassline Junkie, everyone stood up, and then the party was
the chairs
on.
went to the sides, and then
that one
all hell
smashed
broke loose.
dance floors for a long time.
We got mad with
bro.
it.
To be honest,
we got mad with it.
to be honest, the mad with feeling, if I had to say it in a track, it would be Bassline Junkie.
Junkie.
But
Yeah.
I want to play the track, of course. Here we go.
If you take my bass away, I'll blow your fucking face away. I'm a bassline junkie.
Really great track.
Good drive, bro. The drive is
It's
insane.
just one big kick roll.
yeah, exactly.
Basically,
Pretty much, bro.
I think we can talk for hours about your music.
exactly.
And maybe we have to schedule something in our studio, and
Yeah.
we do like an extra long.
Then we go.
Rebellion
Then we
podcast.
start from your career, and then even before your Rebellion career, we can maybe try to find something online. if there is
We
something.
do Gekkenhuis, what you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And then we
Little
start
color.
from the beginning, and then to
Yeah.
some new.
Maybe we can schedule something like that. But yeah, we've reached the end of this Decibel Outdoor special. I'm even more excited for Decibel, even I'm not going. How are you?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's already being here is crazy with Rebellion and doing a podcast here, and tomorrow I'm gonna get mad with it.
Yes.
That's my man. My man. He's going to love the up-tempo. I can
And
see
then
it in his face.
the half an hour up tempo. Yeah.
Yes.
In the podcast, we have like a little meme. That is because last year we were at the Eternal party from Brennan Hart, and Thomas had a lot of beers, and then we had to interview Adrenalize, and he was like really drunk.
This is crazy.
So it's a bit of a meme that if you go Eternal, that's like to go mad with.
Yeah.
That's your
So
version.
will you be going to Eternal? Or?
No, I'm not gonna go. Not on Saturday.
Maybe Friday.
Then I'm gonna have to make content.
Yeah,
You're working.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working.
Content might be better if you're Eternal.
Of course,
though.
I'm gonna drink some beers, especially when the sun is coming out. And
100%, bro.
but I'm not gonna go full Eternal.
Okay, guys, thanks so much. It was really fun and interesting to see and hear how you guys are preparing for Decibel, how it was going with the anthem, and
Yeah,
Thanks for having us, guys.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
thank you, guys.
really forward to it.
Yeah, us too. So thank you, guys.
yeah. You're going to make a bonus, as we said, bonus episode. So check it out this weekend at the Decibel. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, your favorite podcast platform, or YouTube. Don't forget to follow Rebellion at all the social media platforms, but especially Spotify for the new music. And if you want more content, check it out on the socials. Thanks again. Have a blast, everyone, at Decibel. And yeah, see you soon.
See you later.
Ciao, ciao.
Doei doei.
Dit was Hardstyle Gekkenhuis. Hardstyle Gekkenhuis. Wil je niks missen? Volg ons op je favoriete podcastplatform of Instagram. Hardstyle Gekkenhuis.